Hi, my name is Brendan Crothers, and today I want to talk about why I love video games so much. Now, I don't exactly remember how far back it went, but it probably was around some time when my dad had me playing games on his laptop. One of my earliest memories of games, as many others, was Minecraft. Um, Back then, I played some servers with my cousins, and I thought I was the goat at Minecraft back then. I thought I was awesome. Um, And then from there, it gets a little hazy. I don't remember what else I would have played around then. Definitely played a lot of Minecraft. Somewhere along the line, my dad got a PS3. I remember playing Plants vs. Zombies and a couple other games on there. A lot of the Lego games. Um, I remember I have this one vivid memory of Plants vs. Zombies on there, where I was fighting the boss zombie, and I don't know. That was one of my first greatest joys. I think was beating that stupid zombie. Probably several years later, beyond that, was when I got my first own console. I got the Xbox 360, and I remember having Lego Avengers. I had Minecraft. I had Castle Crashers, and a couple other games sprinkled in. But those were something. So obviously Minecraft again, had to come back to it. I love Minecraft so much, and the Xbox 360 ecosystem for Minecraft was so unique. You had the mini games, and you had the sizes of the world were different, and it was something else. A lot of people say if they could go back, they would, and I do honestly remember having a lot of fun. But I don't know, man. The updates now, I couldn't lose them. And then Castle Crashers, playing with my friends, playing Castle Crashers. It was such a fun experience, man. I mean, I just that I would go back to. That was something. It was so much fun, and back then too, even games that had a little, had some cracks in them. Um, when I was young like that, I just didn't care. It didn't bother me at all. And now, spend money on a game, there's a couple bugs. I'm like, oh, this is bull crap. Um, and then that Lego Avengers game, man, like that really got me going. I mean, I could explore for forever through those missions, and then it had the open world. I'd play as Iron Man and Spider Man and the Hulk and all the other characters that they let you play as. It was, it was awesome. After the Xbox 360, I got an Xbox One. I was really excited for it. It's been a while since I've seen it, but honestly, though I made some core memories on Xbox when it comes to video games. And truth be told, my little cousin has that Xbox right now, and first off, I wish I never left it there with him. Uh, Second off, the Xbox One is kind of hard for me to remember because I attribute most of my Xbox memories to that old Xbox 360 interface. But when it comes to the Xbox one thing I do remember is you could access the browser, and I remember pirating a bunch of movies on there. I, I don't know why that's such a vivid memory for me, but that's pretty funny. But obviously there's Minecraft again. Love the shit out of that game. Um, and then played some Call of Duty for sure. I think my favorite one was either Call of Duty Black Ops 1 or Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I just remember my favorite map being Kino der Toten. I mean, first off, everybody loves that map, and second off, it's just great. Um, what else did I play on there? Oh, going way back, Spore. Holy crud. Spore was something else. I remember playing that on someone's laptop or computer It's so hard to remember, but I remember playing that game all the time. I put so many hours into Spore, creating those little creatures. That was something. That was really fun. I mean, you got to, create this creature and then evolve it and go on. I always remember hating the Space Age. I was like, I don't even want to play this. I always stopped my run after I got to the Space Age. I think a lot of people who've played Spore would say, that was one of their favorite games. But, back to the Xbox One, I played Rocket League on there. A bunch of Rocket League. And, Rocket League is one of those games where, even if you kind of suck at it, you can still kind of have fun with it. Like, if you go play Call of Duty and you're trash, then, well, you're probably not going to have that much fun. You go play Fortnite, and I've always hated Fortnite. I never really liked it. Wasn't really my game. I don't really like the battle royale type game. Never really got into that. But okay, Xbox One. Some high school friends. Don't remember their names, but we played one round, and by the luck of the gods or whatever, my first ever round of Call of Duty Warzone, I think it is. My first ever round of that, I managed to get the last kill and get the victory or the win or whatever. And I just kept dogging on them. I'm like, man, my first time, I'm better than y'all. That was funny. And then, Xbox One, I remember playing with my cousins. A lot of games with my cousins. And that's a really important memory to have, I think, is having good times with your family members like that. And, I mean, I think my older cousin, he really helped me get into gaming. Both of them, actually. One of them I always played games with, and the other he always suggested a bunch of games, and that they really pushed me into gaming a little bit more. One of my greatest memories, it was Christmas. The year was probably 2020, around then. Maybe 2021. Right after COVID, I had asked for a PS5 from my parents. Money was tight, and they really, really tried. And the last couple days, my mom told me, she's like, hey, I don't know if we're going to be able to make that happen. And I just went into it. I'm like, all right, it's fine. A lot of people want this. It is what it is. And on top of that, because she wasn't sure if I was going to get that or not, she bought me a bunch of other gifts that were kind of supplemental. They were cheap little things, but they gave me a lot of things to open, and it was very exciting still. But I got to the big gift. And I already knew when I grabbed that box, I'm like, something's in here. I know something's up. And I opened it up, and as soon as I seen that box, I lit up. My mom said that's one of the greatest joys she's seen from me, and I mean, I was so excited. I was so happy. And when I booted it up for the first time, I mean, wow. I was having so much fun with the controller. They had all the cool interface stuff. That Astrobot game that everybody gets when you buy the PS5. The joy that I got from getting that console was just so much. And the games that I would later get, I mean, gosh, I've been playing this console for about, since the PS5 came out, I guess, pretty close to then. And obviously, again, Minecraft, of course. Played a lot of Minecraft, played a lot of Call of Duty, Rocket League again. But then a lot of those PlayStation exclusives. God of War, such a fire game. The Last of Us, 1 and 2. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2. First off, want to talk about Spider-Man. That is such a phenomenal game. Spider-Man's always been my favorite superhero, and playing that first Spider-Man game, wow. And then you got to Miles Morales, and he had that swagger to him. It was like, wow, man. You do all these tricks and swing around. I'm like, man. And then they one-upped it, man. They went to Spider-Man 2. You can play as both characters. And, I mean, the only thing I would ask from it is, man, make it 2-player. You know, make it to where I can play with my friends. You know how cool that would be? Shoot. I mean, 2 Spider-Mans. We're stronger together, or whatever the slogan of the game is. I mean, come on, right? But that Spider-Man 2, oh my goodness, I love that game so much. I played so much of that game. One of my favorites of all time, probably. You know, and then we got Wolverine coming out soon. Cannot wait for that. GTA 6 is coming up. Man, Xbox 360, PlayStation 1. I played so much of that GTA 5. I mean, wow. I remember fucking shooting these people and, you know, kitting out my car and doing all the missions. That was such a good time. Playing as freaking Michael and Franklin and Trevor. Like, wow, dude. It was such an expansive world. And, I mean, yeah, it's starting to show through now when we have these graphics. But I don't care, man. It's a good game. Good game. You know, now back to the PlayStation. I want to talk about FromSoft, because I watched so many Elden Ring videos when Elden Ring came out, and I couldn't afford it at the time. Could not. But I had the PlayStation Pass, which had Demon Souls, so I tried that. Really liked it. I've never beat it yet. I want to get back into it, but halfway through me playing that game, I saved every quarter, every dime, every dollar I got until I was able to afford the Elden Ring game. And I'd never done that before. You know, I'd never saved my money. I always just got snacks or whatever. But I saw that game and I'm like, I need that game. And so I saved and saved and saved. And eventually I was able to get it. And it was, I mean, obviously it was difficult, but that really cemented my love of gaming. Elden Ring made me love games more than anything else has ever done it. I mean, that game, it's in my top 3. It's in my Mount Rushmore. It's in my top 3. You know, and it's not in any specific place. It's not like it's third. Like, I don't know what place I would put it at, but it's definitely up there. And then, I mean, what other games did I play, man? You know, like, I've played a lot. Sekiro. Now, I haven't beat that game. It's pretty hard. I think I have about 3 or 4 bosses left to go. I'm on the Owl. And he is hard, man. He is a tough fight. But, man, you know, I was going through that game, and it's a really cool one, you know? You get to play as this samurai guy and just run around and kill these characters, and you got to parry, and you get all these cool techniques and abilities. I mean, the Mortal Blade technique, I mean, that's a cool one. Speaking about samurai, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima and then Ghost of Yotei, I mean, man. Now, first off, I want to say Ghost of Tsushima, I think, is just a superior game. I do like all the combat techniques you can learn in Ghost of Yotei, but when it comes to story and general gameplay loop, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, I think it has it beat. Especially with the armor sets that it has, those are just better. And when you get to Ghost of Yotei, when I first saw that map, I mean, I was like, holy crap, this map is huge. And then a lot of it ended up being like pathways, and most of it wasn't even explorable, and that was pretty upsetting. But it was still a very fun game. Both of those games, phenomenal. I really loved them, man. And, you know, honestly, I tried to get into Ghost of Tsushima, and for whatever reason, I just didn't like it. And then years later, probably 1 year, more 2, I really got into it, and I'm like, wow, I was missing out, man. And I'm pretty sure I 100%ed that game. I've 100%ed all 3 of the Spider-Man games, I know that. I mean, video games are just such a expressive thing. I mean, and they're such a good way to spend my time, I feel like, you know? They're just so fun. And then, man, what other games were there? I'm sure I'm blanking on some. Oh, man, I don't remember what the game is called, but me and my cousin, we were playing this horror game together one time. And we kept passing the controller back and forth because we kept getting so scared. We're like, no, you play. Man. I'm gonna tell you what, when it comes to the PS5, Obviously we've been having this, they recently have said a lot of controversial things, and I mean, I'm pretty upset with them, and as everybody else is. I mean, GTA 6 coming out, no physical copy. Are we serious? And then PlayStation revealing that there's going to be no physical copies from them in 2028. Dude, are we serious? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Like, you're just hurting the consumer so you can make more money, maybe. Nobody even wants that. And then, obviously, the GTA 6 having the $80 version, and if you want the full game, you got to pay $20 more. Which, honestly, I'm gonna pay the $100, but come on, man, that's unreasonable. And then we get into PlayStation taking 500 movies from off the servers, like no refunds. I would understand, license expires. All right, everybody who bought a movie, we're gonna give you a refund. And even if they didn't do the refund, maybe comp them, like you can exchange it for a different movie. I feel like that would make at least some sort of sense. But no, nothing. But another thing that really got me into my love of gaming is probably anime. I always saw the sick characters in anime, and I'm like, I want to be like that. And so video games were my outlet for that, I guess. I've been playing a lot of Wizards of Legend, Hades, Hollow Knight, Silksong. Honestly, a bunch of Metroidvanias and roguelikes. I mean, I love those games. They're such a unique genre. They're so fun. I played Balatro a lot. That was a really good game. A really good game. I've been meaning to play it some more, but just haven't. But no, I really love video games. That's all I wanted to say, and I guess this is a tribute to my love of video games. I hope you all have a good night. See ya.